Alright, where do planes A, B, F, E, that's this front plane right here on the triangle, collide with ACDE, that's the plane on the back. Now so I have this front plane and then the back plane. Where do those collide, Nathan?
EA.
That's correct. Segment EA. Okay, now we have plane CBFD, that's this one on the bottom. And again, this one on the side, which is FEAB. Where do those collide, Nathan?
FB.
FB. Nathan, you're on it today. Okay. Write all the ways to name AC. So I have A, and I have C. Nathan, you know another way we can name that?
CA.
CA. Correct. We could also name this AD. Could also name it DC. Well, the reason we can name it those is because lines go on forever. So line DC can be the same line as AC because they're both going on forever in the same direction. Okay, what is the length of XZ? XZ. So remember, this is the absolute value. So -8 minus 2. Distances is always positive. -8 minus 2 is -10. Absolute value of -10 would be 10. So XZ is equal to 10. Now we're talking about midpoint. If B is the midpoint of DA, what is AB? Alright, I said that wrong. If DA, what is BA? So B is the midpoint. So I know DB, I want to write that in, 5x minus 1. BA is 4x plus 6. And the whole thing, 68. Now, mathematically, I want to add these two up, set it equal to 68, because the two smaller parts, the two halves equal the whole. So 5x minus 1 plus 4x plus 6 equals 68. Combine like terms, 9x plus 5 equals 68. Subtract 5. And I get 63. Divide by 9. X is 7. So if I know X is 7, I want to plug that in to find BA. So 4 times 7 plus 6. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 plus 6. I hope this is on the screen. It is. 34. Now you can go through all that process and now you're going to, maybe some of you actually caught it. Well, if the whole thing is 68 and I want to know half of it, 68 divided by 2, well, 68 divided by 2 is 34. So you could have just divided this by 2. Measure of CAD. So that's 90 minus 25. It's 90 minus 25. 65. Back side. What are the other two names for angle 1? Angle 1 could be named angle TUK. Or it could be named angle KUT. Angle JKL and LKM are supplementary angles. Measure of JKL, measure of LKM, and the measure of LKM. What is the measure of LKM? So if these are supplementary angles, I can set these equal to, well, what are supplementary angles equal to? 180. So I can set these equal to 180, but I must add them together. I get 8x like terms, plus 12 equals 180. Subtract 12 on both sides, and I get 168. Divide by 8. X is 21. Not done. I just found X. I want to plug X in to find the measure. The measure of LKM is 5X plus 4. So the measure of LKM is equal to 5 times 21 plus 4. So this is 105 plus 4. Measure angle LKM is 109. Okay, XF bisects EXG. So this ray bisects this big angle. EXF is 34. So this top angle is 34. You want to fill that in, just like that. What is the measure of EXG? The big angle. So if this is 34, this bisects the large angle here, cuts it in half. That means this is half of the big angle. That means this is 34 degrees. The big angle is 34 plus 34. So the measure of angle EXG is equal to 68. Oh man, I hope that was on the video. Okay, which angles are vertical angles? Remember, vertical angles are made by opposite rays. So if you can draw an X, those are vertical angles. So 1 and 3 are vertical angles. Let's see if we make any others. That's it. Just those two. What is another endpoint of the segment with midpoint -6 and endpoint -13? Okay, so I'm at -13, 0. I want to go to -6, 0. This is halfway. Remember, this is my midpoint. This is my endpoint. To get from -13 to -6, I'm going to add 7. I need to add the same amount. -6 plus 7 is 1. So 1 is the other endpoint. Okay. Point X lies on AC. Can point X lie on the same plane as AC? Alright, same line. Yep. Yeah. Same plane as AC. Draw a diagram to support your answer. Sorry, point X does not lie on AC. Okay. Point X is not on the line. Can X be on the same plane? Let's just draw AC first. Here's AC. Let's go, that's point X. Can it be on the same plane? Well, I just drew it on the same piece of paper. So the answer is yes. It can. And it is possible that it does not lie on the same plane. It is possible I can draw it on a separate plane. But can it? And the answer is yes, it can. Okay, find the midpoint. So remember, midpoint is x1 plus x2 divided by 2, y1 plus y2 divided by 2. -7 plus 15 is 8. 11 plus 7 is 18. 8 divided by 2 is 4. It's 9. There's my midpoint. What is the distance between? So you want to use the distance formula. Square root x1 minus x2 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. Round your answers to the nearest tenth. So this is my x1, y1, x2, y2. Alright, so let's plug these in. Negative 5 minus negative 3. Negative, negative there. 5 minus negative 2. Another negative, negative. Becomes a positive. Becomes a positive. Negative 5 plus 3 is negative 2 squared. 5 plus 2 is 7 squared. Okay, negative 2 squared is 4 plus 49. So I get the square root of 53. So I want to plug that into my calculator. I get approximately 7.3 if I round to the nearest tenth. Following questions use this diagram. What is another name for plane LTV? LTV. So that's this flat plane. You could call it plane Z. LTV, I could just choose another 3 points like XTV. I could pick another 3 points like LVX. So on and so forth. Where should plane STX intersect with plane Z? So plane Z is this one. So STX, I want to make that triangle that you saw in that video one day. STX, that's this plane. So it's like a triangle running into my flat surface. This triangle runs along this line right here. This is where the two planes intersect, on line XT. Two planes always intersect on a line. Name two opposite rays in the illustration. That would be ray
Kirsten
TL
Lochran, please report to the counseling center.
and ray
Kirsten Lochran,
TX.
please report to the counseling center.
Your opposite rays should always start with the same letter, so you could also, nope, that's the only opposite ray there. Alright, angle DEM, I'm assuming that this is supposed to be an M, is 122 degrees. What is the angle measure of DEK? Well, if I add these two up, I can set those equal to 122. So 6y minus 3 plus 3y minus 1 equals 122. Combine like terms. Add 4 to both sides, property of equality. Divide by 9 on both sides. I'm not done. I just found out what y is. I want to plug that in to find out the measure of DEK. So the measure, angle DEK, is equal to 6 times 14 minus 3. 6 times 14 84 minus 3. So the measure of DEK, angle DEK, that's this angle here, is 81. 84 minus 3 is 81. Page over. Okay, for this next part, I just want you to copy this straight out of your vocab. The illustration is the image. The statement is the definition.